Hello, folks. It's a bit loud. One moment. Okay. Hello, folks. Tonight, I am still Viper KQ from Hoggington. And tonight we have both kinds of gameplay, point and click. We're back with more Broken Sword 2, which we may be finishing tonight. We'll find out together kind of what happens here. And as we're finding out what's going to happen, we will also be playing a great video game. So I'd like to welcome you back to the adventures of the world's most American man on Zombie Island. And of course, if we finish off Broken Sword 2 tonight, we can always move on to Broken Sword 3. I will be playing the European PlayStation 2 version of that, because I will be playing on European Extreme Mode! No, wait. It's because, I tried really hard to get the PC version of Broken Sword 3 working and captured, but the only way I could see to do that was to, capture the entire display, and I really don't like doing that. There's always a chance of something catastrophic happening and broadcasting my entire PC's contents to the world. And I just prefer not to have that happen. I mean, the sword is a metaphor. And also it never shows up in the story again. So... Hey, have you heard the one where it's not actually the Final Fantasy because there's 16 of them? Isn't that a funny joke? Yeah, nah. Legacy titles are legacy titles. They just stick around in the description. I mean, Ys hasn't been relevant since the second game of the series. Which means they started the series without it. Which is kind of weird. Have they ever, has anybody ever heard of a series where, the title doesn't apply to anything in the actual games until, 2 or 3... Elder Scrolls! I'm describing the Elder Scrolls. There were no Elder Scrolls in the Elder Scrolls series until, Game 4. If I recall. Okay, now I gotta look that up. Heard both types. Yes, there will be. There will be pointing and clicking. No, I'm actually looking for... No, I'm looking for the things called the Elder Scrolls, not the games. When did they actually first show up? When Arena transitioned from an action combat game into an RPG, The Elder Scrolls Chapter 1 was added to the title to advertise that it was an RPG. Okay. It had to have a really dramatic name so that you knew it was an RPG. I think the only time you actually, I think the first time you actually touch one is in Oblivion. Because in Oblivion, there's one involved in the Thieves Guild. Anyway, let's close that up. Apparently, they were mentioned in writings in-game before that, so that's... I don't know, that's fine. Let's go over here. Let's pull you folks down here. Anyway, hello, Silverstar. Hello, Saria. My two viewers. Glad to have you both. And let me move stuff off my mouse cord so I can actually move the mouse. And let's get back to this. Alright. When last we left George, he, and by extension myself, were trying to figure out how the fuck this theodolite works. Like, we can look through it, but there's nothing actually here. Oh, son of a bitch, you can turn the goddamn thing. Only on this side, though, not over here. Okay. Well, that didn't take long to figure out, I guess. Although, still not really seeing anything here. Oh, there it is. It's flashing.
It was a good cave for hiding treasure in. Shame about the flooding problem.
Yeah, anything else, though? I'm just curious. No, I think that's it. I think we've just spun it in a complete 360. So now we can 360 no-scope this fucking cave. Oh, wait.
Ugly little cave. Didn't look like the sort of place you'd want to leave treasure. An ugly little cave.
Okay, Mr. Critic.
There was an enormous cave. Every tourist for the last 3 centuries must have been in that one.
I feel like we've made, like, a complete 360. Hello, Celine. Hello, Jaffa. Alright, I guess the, I guess it's the one with the flooding problem?
It was a good cave for...
I actually genuinely don't know. Now that I've discovered I can move this thing, I have to see if we can find which cave is, you know, the one we want. Is it? It's not that one.
A needle rock. Eye of the needle?
Easier for a rich man to pass through the eye of a needle than for the Braves to win the series, or something. It was something like that.
A needle...
Alright, what was the actual quote on the treasure map? George, you happen to have that? The story so far. Just... No, I don't have the actual, quote. But if the eye of the needle, I guess it would be straight on from here? No. Wanna zigga-zagga George. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Brute force every cave opening. What's the worst that could happen on Zombie Island? Did I miss some Scooby-Doo shit? No. The place is apparently called Zombie Island. There are apparently no zombies on it. Allegedly. That's a penis.
Heck. Ketch could have hidden his treasure anywhere. This island's full of hiding places.
Also, hold on. How's the volume for folks? Do I need to turn this up? I've still got it turned down from Armored Core. Might help it's a bit quiet. Alright, I'm bumping it up noticeably. George is a whisper. Not a shout.
There was an enormous cave. Every tourist for the last 3 centuries must have been in that one.
Alright, so... I have absolutely no idea where we're going, but maybe we should... I don't know, can we try walking somewhere?
The path led down into the tangled trees.
Alright, what about down this side? George. Okay, so I have absolutely no idea where we're meant to go, or really what we were meant to learn from using the surveying tool, which has a name that I can't remember. It's like a steganogroscope or something. Hi, what's this?
The rock was partially overgrown by creepers.
Don't touch those, George. They explode.
The creeper just came away from the rock as I pulled it.
Take it with you. Touch those, George. They
The
explode.
creeper didn't look like it would hold my weight. It was a needle of rock in the middle of the clearing.
Yeah, creeping vines.
It didn't look like a natural formation. I remembered Ketch's log. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle? Seemed pretty relevant now.
I've heard creeper before.
No good. I'd have to be bitten by a radioactive spider before I stood any chance of getting up there.
Spider blood, radioactive
The
spider.
creeper felt unpleasant and fleshy.
Alright, can you actually... No. He won't, like, throw it up there. We do have that net. Maybe that'll...
I could see no point in tying the net to the creepers on the rock.
No, tuck it up over there. Alright, let's just keep exploring. I actually don't see an eye of a needle here. But I also don't see an eye of the tiger. And this is the way back to the swamp. I'm not sure anything we do is actually gonna matter in here. Listen, bud, he's got blood. Didn't expect George to spend most of this game in this tourist stuff. I'm really enjoying his...
Hold on. I've been here before. Haven't I?
Yeah, I'm enjoying his American cosplay. George Stobart, American. Yeah, this is the, if he has any sort of day job. He does have a day job. He is a patent attorney, as I recall from the manual's description. And I believe he mentions that once or twice in Broken Sword 1 if you pick the right dialogue options. Insane chattering.
Steady, guy. It's just a monkey.
George, did you just freak yourself out? If he ever does do his day job. That I don't know about. I mean, he's a patent attorney like Calvin's dad is a patent attorney. Does he do the job? Yes, but probably off-screen. Why? Because it's just not interesting to watch people debate, like, figure 17, subsection 2, or whatever.
What the? Steady, guy. It's just a monkey.
I'm not seeing these monkeys, George. Alright, and we're back to this. Do patent attorneys make that much? I don't know. I've never patented. I mean, they have to, right? Like, they gotta make a lot of money, because patents are like the most big deal ass shit in the world, according to Nintendo, among other places, yeah. He's no millionaire, but he gets decent work. Yeah, I could see it. And remember that these were back in the early 90s? Here's some fun trivia for you. Silver Star and I were watching a thing on Ultima 7. And apparently back in 1992, it cost $80. And I ran that through a, like, inflation calculator. $80 in 1992 money is like $190 now. So that might explain a little bit of how George can just fly all over the place. It was the early 90s.
A needle rock. Eye of the needle?
Yeah, Eye of the... we George, please... Fuck! I know what I have to do. Of course, we can't find anything. We can't find anything with the theodolite because there's no target. We can't see any kind of, you know, anything to home in on. So what we have to do is go put our target on that big stone pedestal, and then we'll know where we're supposed to be looking. Have to throw a camel. I have to throw you in the ocean. Get into the sea. Get up
the
on
marker
there.
Wasn't going to stay attached to anything as thick as the creeper.
Oh, well, what about this creeper?
The creeper felt unpleasant and fleshy.
So do you, George. I don't have anything I can use this on around here. The only thing I can use it on is the needle itself. Alright, what about if I take the net, I put these two together.
The marker clipped firmly onto the net. There was no point in tying the net and marker to the creepers near the bottom of the rock.
Then throw it up on the top of the rock, you tremendous asshole. Alright. One of the few games that deserves as many remakes as Skyrim has got.
The creeper felt
I
unpleasant
really
and
hope that
fleshy.
Larian manages to get a hold of, like, the rights to Ultima. I trust them. Okay, you can tie it when it's down on the ground.
Great. I'd created some sort of creeper marker fishing net assembly. Sometimes I terrify myself with my creative genius.
What? The joke is that George has managed to tie together three completely unrelated things into a kind of weird amalgamation. And he's very proud of that. It's incredibly creative to him to tie together three random objects. That's the joke. There we go.
I'd successfully got the marker into a position near the top of the needle simply by using the kind of lateral thinking that can get you institutionalized.
The fact that I keep solving these puzzles, and the fact that he keeps making comments like this on him. I mean, yeah, he's not wrong. I've often been told that my brand of bizarre bullshit is, not like other people's, but... Alright, now we should be able to take the theodolite and actually see what the fuck we're doing with it. And maybe that will show me where I'm supposed to be going. Because if we continue on past the place where the stone needle is, in a straight line. Is that it?
Needle.
No, that's out in the middle of the ocean. Then we should be able to figure out what cave he's talking about.
Heck, Ketch could have hidden his treasure anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, there it is.
It was the marker which I had raised up the needle of rock.
Alright, so...
I could see the marker I had fastened on the rock down in the forest, and right in line with it, that had to be where Ketch had hidden his treasure.
Alright, good. So we go out to the big nondescript fork. We go out to the big four rocks with the butthole and the things. Okay, cool. Let's go do that. Do I have a walk-to target on those? Maybe? Okay, that's a swamp. If this were a Sierra game, there would be some, like, crocodile or something wandering around the swamp screens. And anytime you walked in on it, there would be, like, a 1 in 5 chance of just dying. As George prepares to return to the shaman's village, Nico finds herself below London's Tower Bridge. Oh, okay.
The crate was a good hiding place, but I couldn't stay there forever. The Xibalba princess lay at anchor just below Tower Bridge. I knew I'd found the right ship as soon as I saw Pablo at the rail.
Alright, I guess I have to sneak. Can't I just shoot the cannon at them and kill them both and sink the ship? Alright. Let's make a save here, because I feel like we could probably get ourselves killed pretty easily. Let's head for that cupboard. Pick it up, Nico.
The tactical advantage of hiding in there escaped me.
Well, okay, just... Oh. I can't believe that he's just standing in there for as long as it takes us to walk up to here and...
Got you.
Yeah, I can't believe that we just got away with that.
It was a porthole to the main cabin.
Can we just crawl in there?
But the collar woman was there. They'll know it was me.
But you have the stone. The right stone, you're sure?
Yes, of course, it's the Jaguar stone. No possible mistake. Here it is. Karzak, please. The police will be looking for me soon. You're going to get me out of the country, aren't you?
Stop your whining, Ubier. Do you have any idea what this stone symbolizes?
I thought you just wanted it to frighten the natives.
Fool. I intend to cast this stone into the sea.
But why? It's unique.
Exactly. With it gone, the Mayan priest's plan to destroy Tezcatlipoca cannot succeed.
I can assure you that Tezcatlipoca is a mythical figure.
Such a small mind you live in. Tezcatlipoca is real. I have seen him in my dreams. We have spoken of his plans for this world. We have spoken of your part in these plans.
My part?
He told me you would be useful. He told me how to crush your spirit by turning you to drugs.
My wife died. You know that full well. She was my world, my everything.
And now, you are no longer useful. She called out your name as she died, you know?
What? What are you saying?
And then they thought you'd done it. It all worked perfectly.
You? It was you? You bastard! You monster! For the love of God, Karzak!
Which one?
Well? Oh, shit. Hi. Oh. Okay.
I couldn't just rifle his body without making sure he was really dead.
Nico, no, honey, no! Don't phrase it like that.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
This is a sneaky mission. We should say hi to Pablo and Karzak. My god, you're right. What are we doing? We're being terribly rude. Ah, fuck. I can't get back outside. Am I going to finish him off? Yes.
Ubier lay sprawled across the table.
You okay there?
There were no signs of life, but I checked that Ubier really was beyond help.
Well, we have that blade.
No, I'd have to think of something else.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a purse we can beat him to death with.
That was no good.
Yeah, let's just take the thing.
We were going to need the stone to thwart Karzak. I knew Ubier would have approved.
I think he'd have preferred you to save his life, actually.
It was the Jaguar stone, all right. I was seconds from death. I had to stop him somehow.
Well, I guess this is where the die for me redeem comes in. Man, that's really unpleasant animation. Nico just kind of melts to the floor. Kind of reminded of King's Quest set a little bit, yeah. Alright, maybe we can get the blade around between us and the rope. Maybe we can hit him with the purse. Maybe we can step on his foot. What is this
The weight
again?
was in Imperial units. It meant nothing to me. The card also had my fortune on it. A family quarrel will turn out to your advantage.
Huh. Wonder what that means.
Ubier lay...
Okay, Ubier is dead. We check his body.
There were...
We go into close-up so we can't see, Matt McMuscles or whatever the fuck that dude is sneaking
We
up
were going
behind
to-
us. I still say he's that guy from
It
Small
was
Soldiers.
The Jaguar Stone, all right.
Can we get him in the foot?
I
No.
was seconds from death.
Can I please? Thank you. Well, we got him in the thigh. After battling through the jungle, George approaches the beach below the Pillar Rock when...
Pirates? I was about to make good my escape when...
Cut! Who the hell are you?
I can explain everything.
Don't bother.
Major artery. Well, good. Maybe he's dead.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were making a movie.
So who are you?
Stobart. George Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's.
It's okay, Mr. Hawks. He wasn't in the shot.
Hawks? This had to be Carlton Hawks, the newest enfant terrible of Tinseltown. I'd read about him. Mailroom boy makes good. Nice to know it was still possible to get to be a director armed with only an encyclopedic knowledge of postal charges.
Stay out of the way, surfer boy. I'll deal with you later.
Surfer boy?
With him dressed like that? I'm talking out loud to this man about how dumb he is. Well, to be fair, wouldn't you? Oh, pancakes. Those go right in your pocket, huh, George? Buns?
The
Goes-
bun was so stale it felt like a small rock.
Okay, syrup?
It was a pile of pancakes which were being devoured by the big guy. He couldn't get enough of them.
I love that we just stole ourselves
It was a
some
plain pancake.
pancakes and a
It
bun.
was a stale bun which could easily have passed for a rock.
And apparently some high-grade radioactive Canadian maple syrup.
It was a pot of maple syrup. I don't think so.
Combined pancake with syrup. Yeah, just rub it on there with your bare hands, George. And then put it back in your pants.
It was a pancake covered in maple syrup.
I fucking love Shorts pancakes. My pants are filled with pancakes at all times. Okay, let's chat around.
Hi, George Stobart.
Hello, mate.
You're English, right?
Blimey, you don't miss much, do you? Bert Savage, have you seen what the caterers laid on today? Buns and pancakes.
That's awful.
It's an improvement on yesterday. The buns are stale, but the pancakes are bloody lovely.
How long have you been in the movie business?
Flipping years, mate. Absolutely flipping years. I was in the army before that. Thought to myself, you've been risking your bleeding neck every day, why not cash in on it like?
So you became a stuntman, just like that?
Nah, of course not. I had to do the training first.
What kind of training do you have? Well, stunt training, obviously.
What training does a stuntman do?
First, they told me to stand in the road. Then, they rammed me down. Straight up. Drove at me with a car. I couldn't believe it. I was up on the bonnet and over the other side before I realised he wasn't stopping. Then they threw me downstairs a bit and gives me a certificate.
That's clearly how it works.
Would you like a bun?
No way. The last one I tried cracked my dentures.
Would you like a pancake, Bert?
No thanks, mate. I've plenty here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to try some syrup with your pancakes?
No thanks, mate. I've got to watch my waistline.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
What's that, mate? Stone axe?
No, it's just a piece of polished stone.
Very nice indeed. Shine it up a bit, you get a few bob for that.
Okay.
I'd seen a lot of strange things on this island, but here was a bush that was buzzing. As I walked towards the bush, it started buzzing angrily.
Hey, bees! George does not get killed by bees at this time, but I have the feeling that we're going to have to attach the maple syrup pancake to somebody and have the bees, like, chase them into the ocean or some shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hello, I'm still here, and... Okay, good, I'm still here. Don't know what happened, That is not something I can really control, and that bothers me. Alright, as I was saying, when you walk up to the bush, some bees come out, and I was thinking that, I'm probably gonna have to attach this maple syrup pancake to somebody, and have the bees, like, chase them around. Who are you?
Hi there, George Stobart.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Haiku McEwen.
Haiku?
Is your name really Haiku?
Yeah. It was my mom's idea, okay? When I was born, I was so small and perfectly formed I reminded her of a Japanese poem.
Well, I guess it could have been worse. She could have called you Limerick.
That's my middle name.
Did you always want to be an actor?
I don't think of what I do as acting, man.
You're not alone.
It's more like I'm the voice of my generation. What I'm saying for the kids on the street.
Which is what? I'm crap, I'm going nowhere?
Huh? What are you saying, man?
Stobart, get out of shot. Positions, everybody.
I'll get a flip chart and explain it to you later, Haiku.
Haiku, baby, are you ready?
Okay, man. Which scene is this?
You've been captured by Silver's accomplice, Pirate Babs, who's fallen in love with you. Okay, people, top of page 76, Sharon.
What about my big speech?
It's been cut. Everybody ready?
Up to speed.
Quiet on the set. Okay, let's make magic.
Oh, please.
And action!
Why don't you forget that dumb old squire and his bunch of merry men? Can't you see we were made for each other?
I know, but Squire Trelawney saved my life, Captain Babs. Why, if it hadn't have been for him, that giant octopus would have made mincemeat out of me.
But right now he thinks you're a traitor. He's locked you out of the stockade, Jimbo.
That 20-foot-high wall with spikes might have kept out Silver's men, but it ain't gonna stop me.
Oh, Jimbo.
And cut! Good
Oh,
heavy
boy.
breathing, Sharon.
Natch, I'm a pro.
Did you get the heavy breathing, Flash?
Did I ever, boss? We should have made this movie in 3D.
Haiku, you were great. We're setting up for the stunt now, so get a bite to eat. Savage, on set, damn it.
Okay, he's the one who likes the pancakes. So I assume I give this to him. And then the bees follow him somewhere. Or something. Or do I? No, okay. Have a pancake. Yeah, he's gonna get well, no, I'm gonna get Jimbo, or what's his name,
Would you like
Bees.
a pancake, Bert?
Don't mind if I do.
Bert. Yes.
The pancake oozed maple syrup all over Bert's chins.
Ew, you put bloody syrup on that pancake. Now it's messed me all up.
I don't want to worry you, but there's a hornet's nest over in that bush.
Hornets. That reminds me of a film I was in. The Black Hornet.
Like how I walk into a room and I could poison a pack of pancakes or use a syrup to make the bees rise something under the ocean. Half an hour later, you find a reason to do any of those things. You always have to work the angles. Always work the angles. Always, like, look at the situation. Always look for how much trouble you can cause.
Black Hornet? I don't remember seeing that one.
Before your time, most likely.
What happens in it?
Lummy, what don't happen in it? I was shot, stabbed, fed to piranhas, dangled from an airship, and trampled by a zebra.
No, I mean, what was the plot?
Plot?
Yeah, that seems about right. Now I guess I throw the maple syrup into the bush. No?
Get that camera rolling. This could be good.
Yep, there we go.
Cut and printed. That was brilliant, folks.
I think everybody died.
The next scene is down on the beach. This is where Hawkins finds the treasure in the Cave of the Crabs.
Would those be giant killer crabs by any chance?
Giant mutant killer crabs with attitude.
I think I killed a stuntman, too.
There it was. The rock I'd seen from the camel's hump. Now that I was close up, I could make out a small cave near the top of the pillar.
Cave near the top of the pillar. Okay. I just have to borrow the camera truck.
Hey, you! Trouble!
Who, me?
Are you answering to that name now, George?
I want you to stay right where I can keep an eye on you.
I'm not one of your lackeys, Hawks. I go where I like.
Not here, you don't. The movie company has rented this island for the duration. You're trespassing. Do as you're told or you're gone.
It was Carlton Hawks, the megalomaniac director. I didn't think he'd be interested in that.
I wasn't asking. Okay, well, let's talk to him, I guess.
I was talking to Mr. Savage, the stuntman. Is he all right?
What makes you say that?
He's not making any sense.
The guy's English.
It's fair.
Why don't you use that cave up on the rock pillar at the end of the beach?
We don't have a stuntman anymore.
Hey, I'll do the stunt.
I appreciate the offer, but if you fall, you'll sue us.
No, I won't.
Everybody hear that?
I heard it.
Good enough, we're covered. Got any experience?
Death-defying leaps, desperate fistfights, getting caught in explosions, you name it.
Okay, people, move out. We're shooting the scene at the end of the beach.
No, we're not. The camera's still bogged down.
Shoot, I forgot about that. No go, Stobart. We'll have to use this cave after all.
Okay, how do I,
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
My name's Harris. Most people call me Flash.
You're the cameraman, right?
That's right.
Why'd they call you Flash? You used to be a stills photographer?
Nope.
I decided not to pursue the subject. What do you think of Haiku McEwen?
What's to think? The kid will have earned more by the time his balls drop than I'll earn in a lifetime. Good luck to him.
Well, here's a man who knows his fate. Camera truck is bogged. What about this?
It was a portable movie camera. Flash?
Yep.
We can't film at the Needle Rock because the camera's bogged down, right?
You got it, champ.
So why can't we use the portable camera instead?
You know, that's a pretty smart idea.
That guy's face and the last thing you can ask the director. Let's...
You know what the locals call this place, don't you?
Oh,
No,
zombie.
but I guess you're gonna tell me.
Zombie Island.
Zombies?
A crazed gleam came into his eye.
Get me the writers. Get me makeup. I want zombie pirates in this movie by the end of today.
A movie about zombie pirates? It'll never fly.
What's the name of the movie?
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
It's Treasure Island, the only book I ever read twice.
Oh.
I don't recall any girls in Treasure Island.
Gotta think box office. People like that kind of thing.
What other changes have you made to the story?
Just a few minor details.
You haven't written out Long John Silver.
Are you questioning my integrity as an artist? Of course Silver's still in it. We've even hung on to Captain Flint.
His parrot.
His trained attack falcon. Why do you think Blind Pew's blind?
Did you say you've changed the ending of the story?
That's right.
Do they find the treasure?
Yeah, but that comes later, after they've escaped the volcanic eruption.
A volcano?
Sure. Krakatoa.
All the millions spent on a movie, and nobody thinks to buy an atlas.
I'm actually really... I would probably watch this fucking movie. I gotta be honest, I would probably watch this movie.
Who's playing Jim Hawkins?
Haiku McEwen. Oh, don't tell me you've never heard of him.
I don't go to the movies too often.
Jeez. Haiku is only the hottest teen star in Hollywood. That's why we're on such a tight schedule. Gotta film the close-ups before he hits puberty.
You don't look happy.
Why should I be happy? Look at that cave. It's supposed to be where the treasure is.
So?
Look at it! It's crap! Does that look like the sort of place anybody would hide treasure? I should have had props build me a proper damn cave. A cinematic cave.
What do you mean, a cinematic cave?
One with drama. Danger. One that looks like the mouth of a big stone skull would be cool, but I'd settle for drama and danger.
Honestly, I've been watching a lot of tokusatsu, and one thing that's always funny to me is that you can really tell in higher resolution prints when they switch from, like, the all-natural cave to the cave they assembled out of, like, baling wire and clay or whatever.
I've been talking to the cameraman. He's got a portable camera.
So?
So you can use the cave in that rock pillar at the end of the beach. That's a dramatic cave if ever I saw one.
We ain't got a stabilized harness for it. The camera will wobble.
Did D.W. Griffiths have a stabilized harness when he made Birth of a Nation?
You're right, damn it. Hitchcock, Wells, none of them needed one. For crying out loud, Sam Raimi stabilized his camera on a plank. Props, get me a plank. We're gonna wing it. Hot dog. We're gonna do a cinema verite pirate movie. George, get to wardrobe. We're gonna make you a star.
On my way.
I mean, I've studied Birth of a Nation. I've watched it in film class. You watch it in film class, and basically they go, hey, don't fucking touch any of the politics here. But this was one of the first movies.
Ready when you are, Mr. Hawks.
And then they go, okay, now we're gonna touch all the politics. Get ready for 3.5 hours of it. That was a fun lecture. Raimi was a good example because Spider-Man. I think they were talking about Evil Dead in this case. Don't you just open that chest for fun?
The stone which Ketch had captured from the Spanish. The Eagle Stone.
Returning to the shaman's village, Nico finds the village burning, but no sign of George.
I returned to Paramonte and found that George had left a message with Conchita. He'd already left for the Indian village, so I hurried to catch up with him. When I arrived, I found a scene of desolation. These sunglasses are George's. George, where are you?
We're doing a lot of jumping around, actually.
Titi Poco, I'm almost glad to see you. You little asshole! What happened here? Are you responsible for this? And where's Georges? Have you seen him? He was pointing to the remains of a burned-out hut.
I just wanted to mention, like, when you say Evil Dead could have used a Steadicam, I'm thinking of, like, Bruce Campbell in an interview, noting that at one point Sam Raimi tied a camera to a motorcycle and ran him over with it to get a shot. So... I don't think a Steadicam would have helped with that.
It was a smashed lantern, probably the cause of this destruction. I didn't need the lantern since it was still daylight. Besides, it was broken.
Oh, okay. Oh, Mayan stone.
It was too hot to pick up.
Oh. Push the barrel over on it then. I guess not?
I just didn't have the strength to tip that barrel.
Well, grab that cup then. Also, I really feel like we're jumping around a lot in the plot.
There was nothing in the barrel.
Ah. Just punch a hole in it. Okay. No, that's not it either. I feel like there must be a way to cool off this stone. There's like 3 different decoy liquid holding objects around. None of them work, plus we got our death spike back from Cul-de-Sac's Lake. I mean, it's right here, yeah.
It was the obsidian dagger I'd borrowed from the British Museum. I guess when all this was over, I'd have to return it.
Do you? Do you really? Do you really have to return it? Alright, how do I cool this thing down?
It was a very hot and blackened stone. Hey, Shorty! Make yourself useful and help me with this barrel. Thanks. I recognize that. It's the Coyote Stone.
Okay.
What is it? Where are you pointing?
This way? A coyote. Yeah. After following the jungle path for a few hours...
We arrived to find Georges being led up the stairs. We clearly didn't have much time.
Yeah, like, what? Apparently, George found the stone in the pirate treasure while Nico was traveling back. He got captured. Did we skip a scene? Now, this is all stuff you can fill in from context, because they keep talking about, like, time passed. Nico returned to the jungle and found the scene. But, like, it's jarring as hell. I think they must have run out of time. This is how the ending of the original game went, too, so they just remastered that. My money's on, you know, low budget. They didn't have the time or the money. Okay, I've got a rope. No, not there?
The scaffold gantry went all the way up the pyramid.
Setting up shooting a scene in the cave and then George finds the stone in the middle cut out. They set up the scene in the cave. George climbed up the rock and into the cave. He found the stone. And then, yeah, we cut from there.
Very enticing button.
I don't know, that one didn't feel like anything was left out to me.
The button didn't seem to do anything. The engine looked like it was supposed to power the lift.
Yeah, to be fair...
It was an old electricity generator.
Okay, so what's this? Oh, I got a cylinder.
It was a small screw-fit cylindrical housing.
Why was that guy so afraid of Zombie Island? Because it was rumored to have zombies on it in the past? A fuel line. Let's cut the fuel line. Fill this with... Let's never go back to Dinosaur Island. Okay. Let's stand on the elevator and tell Tilipoca to push the button. Or something? No.
How did you hook up with a maniac like Karzak in the first place?
Karzak? Whoop whoop loco!
Yes, he scares me too.
How about Dinosaur Planet? I've heard that they're doing a native PC port of that. I can't say I'm terribly interested. Like, they won't even make more Star Fox on Dinosaur Planet.
Would you like some chocolate, Titipoco? It's good vintage. You're smarter than you look.
Alright, let's try pushing the button.
The motor spluttered into life.
And then, can I go and get on the elevator? Like, does it do anything? Well, it sure as hell doesn't go up. I can't tie the rope to the engine, which was my next guess. I'm kind of thinking I need to use the rope somehow in combination with this gantry to get up the elevator. But Nico just keeps putting it down. Let's go ahead and just walk out here and see what happens. Hi. How's it going?
Hey, senorita.
Too late. I had been seen.
Bonjour, Capitaine.
Only Sergeant, pretty one. What are you doing here?
Senor Karzak said I could help.
Did he?
Something about on-the-job training.
I'll bet he did.
I managed to hold a smile for that pig. May I go up the pyramid?
We have strict instructions not to let anybody pass.
Oh, but I've told you who I am. Surely nobody would mind.
Well,
Oh, please, I'd be ever so grateful.
I tell you what. I'll ask Pablo if it's okay for you to go up.
If Pablo saw me, I'd be dead. No, it's not worth the bother. I'm not really that interested in their stupid pyramid anyway.
Well, okay. It's men's work up there anyway.
I'll just run along and play around here, okay?
Okay, you do that.
Okay. Now I know we have to get up the pyramid.
The fuel
Fuel-soaked
from the
sand.
severed line had formed a pool. There was an unlit torch by the base of the steps.
We have a giant pool of gasoline and some torches. That sounds promising. Hey, do you mind if I borrow this? I guess not. Can't soak it in the fuel, though. Let's just, take it over here? No. Yoink. Stop moving the camera when I pick this up. I'm trying to click on things. Here, hold this.
Titipoco, do you still have that lighter gun you pulled on me so amusingly?
Alright, lit the torch. Now we have a fire, and I don't know why.
What's going on over there? Do you need help, my pretty?
Nothing's wrong. I dropped, a cigarette, but everything is under control. I'll have the fire out in a minute or two.
Alright, now let's set the rope on fire, and maybe we can burn down the pyramid. No? Okay.
No way was I going to touch the fire. Self-immolation isn't my style.
Okay, we can't self-immolate. Can we immolate anyone else? Ooh, let's have s'mores.
No way was I going to...
No? Okay. Does pushing this button do anything?
The engine stopped dead. The motors...
Oh, there's a lever.
The engine was working okay, but it wasn't connected to the equipment lift.
Not connected to the equipment lift. Okay. So, I need to, push the button again.
The engine...
There's gotta be a way to tie this up to the thing. Rig this stuff together. Can't use the rope on the engine. What about the lever? The lever itself. The infinite thing about giving the player rope or fire, I mean, yeah. But, to be fair, I only have very limited access. I can't, like, carry the fire with me throughout the entire game. Screaming and throwing stuff at people.
No way was I going...
Just won't touch the fire. Bleh. Hey, can I borrow your little broom
I
thingy?
didn't want to push my luck by talking with the guards again.
Okay. Is there anything over past here? No, I can't just walk away. Kind of random... I mean, these guys do not look like they shopped at the same store. Fire a generator. I've rendered the generator useless. I need to figure out how we connect these, and I'm, Can you borrow my fire? No, I don't trust you with fire. I have no idea how we connect these things together. Fuel
The
cap.
cap was attached to the lift engine by a chain.
Okay.
The engine looked like...
Yeah, the engine looks like it's supposed to power the lift. So you pull the thing. You push the button.
The motor
The motor starts spinning. Maybe now we use the rope, so it can, like, suck in. No. Let's try the rope on the gantry again. I'm convinced there's something to do here.
The scaffold gantry went all the way up the pyramid.
Good for the scaffold gantry. Alright, I need a hint. Start up the engine. Done. Press the red button and the engine will start. That's the same thing as the first hint, fuckface. Pull the lever and then talk to Titipoco about the lever. Okay. That didn't occur to me to do.
There was nothing I wanted to ask him.
Wow! That's so helpful. There we go. Now I can ask him to pull the...
There was nothing I wanted to ask him.
No?
The engine...
Is there still nothing I want to ask him?
There was nothing...
Okay.
There was no...
Yeah, push the red button. Pull the lever.
The end?
Talk to him.
There was no...
Stand on the elevator and talk to him. Hint system?
There was no...
The hint system has failed me. Game facts, Broken Sword 2. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know if... Pick up the rope.
Titipoco, I have an important
Okay,
job for you.
it got ahead of
This
where I
rope
was.
to the top of this scaffolding and throw it over the top.
Oh,
I got ahead of where the hint system was. Nico, I don't know why you're not doing this, but... Okay, now we can use the rope. He's a stuntman, and he is.
I wasn't going to risk amputation by meddling with a spinning flywheel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you're fucking OSHA certified, Nico.
The engine stopped dead.
Alright, let's turn everything off. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, Nico not doing something fucking stupid is very much in character for her. Alright,
The motor
button,
spluttered into life.
lever. Lever. Okay, this is why you talked to him about... Okay. No, no, Nico. Stay on the elevator. Okay, maybe... Maybe she'll run over there.
Titipoco, when I tell you, I want you to copy what I am doing.
Copy.
Nice of the people executing George to wait so patiently. Well, you know, the stars aren't right yet. The stars need to be right, and, like, it has to be the eclipse, which is part of the stars. There's a whole lot of stuff that needs...
Okay? Copy. Georges! I realized those bastards were going to sacrifice Georges to Tezcatlipoca over my dead body.
I mean, does it have to be?
Georges was the only one to notice me.
Where are they? The eclipse is about to happen.
Patience. Your mother will be here soon and Karzak will be close behind. Just keep the Yankee covered and leave the worrying to others.
Yeah.
I already know what to do.
The maniacs were going to sacrifice Georges.
Shut up, Stobart. Just shut up.
Calm down. He's no threat.
Hey, Raoul, why don't you do us both a favor and shoot Pablo?
You're very funny, Stobart. I haven't forgotten Marseille. When Karzak cuts your heart out, I'll be the one laughing.
I'll bet I'm not the only one due for the chop around here either. Hey, Raoul?
I'm warning you.
Raoul was a bundle of raw nerves. I hoped Georges wouldn't push him too far.
Yeah, I know exactly what to do here. Yoink. And then we go back down. I think if we wait long enough that the eclipse actually happens... That's bad. Anyway, we have a nice little oil fire.
What's that? What's happening?
Trouble.
Give it up. The pyramid's surrounded.
I'll find out what the trouble is. Watch Stobart doesn't pull any tricks. If he does, shoot him in the head, not through the heart.
Why does it matter? He'll be dead either way.
His heart belongs to Tezcatlipoca.
That's not true. We just had dinner a couple of times.
Okay, now we gotta, figure out how to distract this loser. Is that Haiku? No. That is, the general from earlier in the game. Yeah, the dude who looks like fucking Mr. Perfect. Let's push over the incense pot. No? Let's push over these
crates and
pots.
drums were
No?
sealed, and I had no way of getting into them.
Let's just fucking stab him to death.
I was going to have to think of something else.
I don't see why. Maybe he'll get like us if we
That's
give him
the
some
kind of
chocolate.
thing Georges would do, not me.
We're running out of time. Let's just say hello.
Drop the gun or I shoot!
Please, don't hurt me.
I can't believe that worked.
My finger isn't loaded.
Nico, what are you doing here?
Firstly, I'm going to set Georges free, and then screw up Karzak's scheme.
No, I can't let you do that. Karzak has promised me power.
Raoul, wake up. The only thing Karzak has on offer is death. You may want to ask Oublier, except you can't. Karzak murdered him.
You're lying. Ubier's in Europe.
Sure, he's in Europe. In London, on a mortuary slab with 2 bullet holes in him.
But Karzak promised. When he frees Tezcatlipoca, we'll all be granted great power.
Listen to her, Raoul. Karzak's insane.
I don't know. I need to think.
You've let your mother do your thinking for you up to now. You need to think for yourself. Your mother and Karzak think alike. There's only one expendable member of the plan left, and that's you.
Mother would never betray me.
Oh, I'm tired of trying to reason with you, Raoul. Titipoco. Watch this man, and if he makes a move, shoot him with your gun.
In the kneecap. Hi, George.
Hold still, George. I don't want to sacrifice you by accident.
By accident.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you.
They were going to cut your heart out. I think I can guess. We can save the happy reunions for later. We've got to move. Come on!
We're safe.
This is a dead end.
We're toast. I know, Titipoco. I'm not too happy here either.
He knows this is Tezcatlipoca's pyramid, the house of the enemy.
Well, we can't stay here like rats in a trap.
And we can't go out the way we came in. It would be suicide. I'll have a look round. Maybe there's another way out. In the meantime, take this. It's the Coyote Stone. It might bring you luck, I hope.
Yeah, the famous luck of the coyote.
You managed to recover the stones from the village? Then we might have a chance after all. Incidentally, what would Titipoco have done if Graciento had moved?
Titipoco? Nothing. He's given up violence.
Did you say stones? Like, plural? Shit. Okay,
This was a time for action, not talk.
well, let's just keep going. There's a couple of levers.
Oof. The lever was very difficult to move and appeared to do nothing anyway.
Okay, what about this one?
Heave! Still no good.
Well, that one moved, didn't it?
I'd already tried that.
It would never occur to anyone to, like, go out... Anyone who? Exactly. 'Cause, like... Generalissimo What's-His-Face is having a crisis, and there's nobody else out there after Nico scared them off with gunfire. So... what is this?
On the wall was an intricate pattern in blue and gold. The pattern seemed to have only religious significance. By the door was a pattern picked out in blue.
In that case, why can't they leave the way they came in?
The pattern meant nothing
Good question.
to me. Outside was certain death.
Well, maybe they'll come back. George, can you, like, actually help me out with the...
George, I can only pull one lever at a time, and I think we need to pull both together.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Sure thing! Nice work.
Raoul, there's something suspicious. This sacrifice! Where is it?
Nico was here with Titipoco. They set him free. I couldn't stop them.
You idiot! I should have strangled you at birth. Titipoco's gone soft. He wouldn't have hurt you.
I know that.
The darkness of this hun is almost upon us, and we have no sacrifice to appease Tezcatlipoca. Have you any idea what your incompetence will cost us?
I think so, and I'm glad.
What?
The Mayans weren't fools. Tezcatlipoca should stay exactly where they put him.
Finally got some backbone from somewhere, huh? Shame it's so late in the day.
I'd rather die than see you and Karzak with that devil's power.
Fine, we're still a sacrifice short. See, the eclipse begins. Pablo, kill him! Tezcatlipoca can feed upon his yellow heart.
Nico was right all along, but it's still not too late.
Come on then, Pablo. Let's see who sacrifices who.
His mother just Karzak and awake. No.
What place is this? I was in some sort of strange room. Tiles and dials. The priests who designed this place must have known how to use them. I was going to have to figure it out for myself if I ever wanted to get out of here.
So this is the most complex puzzle in the game. Now, somewhere on this machine, I'm not sure where in this version, there is a single pixel you can click. And if you click that pixel, Nico will turn her back to the camera, lift up her shirt, and waggle her boobs at this statue. And that automatically solves the puzzle, and you move on to the next room and the ending of the game. I'm not making this up. That's a real thing that happens. However, I would like to try to actually solve this puzzle.
It was the great stone head that had spat me out. It reminded me of an ex-boyfriend, on both counts.
I mean, I'm not making this up, and I will show you folks that... that solution to the puzzle once we're done with it.
The room was dominated by an enormous device, decorated with the usual Mayan motifs. It held 2 great discs, each covered in glyphs.
Alright, 2 discs covered in glyphs. I don't know how to operate it. Here are some tiles.
There were several tiles with glyphs on them. The tile didn't want to move.
Alright, I can't move any of these tiles?
The tile didn't want to move. There was a statue of a monkey. Some sort of religious significance? The monkey held a board containing more tiles with colored glyphs on them.
It looks like a couple of these are combinations of the other, like, this one here is a combination of this and this.
The tile didn't move at all. The tile didn't move at all.
Alright, none of these are moving.
The tile...
Do I need to go over here and...
The tile didn't want to move. The tile didn't want to move.
It's written in your code like that. Absolutely inscrutable to anyone except the person writing it? You bet they are. Okay, this rotates. So let's start with this one. And now we need the one that looks like a hot dog in a sleeping bag. Okay, that's those 2. And now can we push those 2 tiles? Or I guess this tile? Yes, okay.
The tile moved slightly.
So now I need... the 3 dots here, which means moving it all the fucking way around. There's probably an easier way to do this. And turn. And turn. And turn. And turn. And turn. Okay, stop. And I need, like, the rubber canoe-looking thing. Which, happily, is only a couple of turns away, I think. I think it's this one. Yeah, it looks like that one. It's got the yellow border. Then I push this. And that should let me push this tile.
The tile moved inwards and clicked home.
Okay! Now we only have to do that a few more times. We need the sprout-looking thing in a basket? I guess that's this one. Sprout-looking thing with a half circle and a little dot underneath it. There's a half circle and little dot up here. Where are you going, Nika? Oh my god, she'll actually turn it the other way. Thank you. That's very polite. I don't know how you knew I wanted to do that. And we need the sprout. And there we go. That's this one. And it looks like that would be on the plain background with... possibly this underneath it? Yeah. Does it matter where I click it? I hope not. Maybe it matters which side I'm standing on. Like if I go over here and click. Okay, it's which side I'm standing on. Good to know. Want to know how this machine actually mechanically works? Wizards. That's my guess. Wizards did it. Oh, fuck. I gotta go look at the thing again. Is it this? Does it have a little scrap of green around it? Oh, get the fuck out of here. No, it looks just plain. It looks like just a plain background. There's the one with the scrap of green. Can't figure out the innards of an ancient Mayan master lock. Little click on one. Click on 6. One is binding. Alright, now we need like a hot dog with lettuce balanced on top of a flower. I guess that would be... this one. And then we'll work out the background afterwards. So the flower and then the hot dog with lettuce. There's the flower. This would be the hot dog with lettuce, I think. think this is correct. I'm worried that I'm gonna get the wrong thing, and I'm gonna push it, and it's gonna undo the entire fucking, like, all of these are gonna pop back out. If that happens, I'm gonna look up where the Easter egg titty lock is. Imagining whoever built this machine taking 2 hours to unlock their front door because they forgot something. Actress? I'm imagining, like, poor fucking Atris from the Myst series and his stupid puzzle locks. Alright, looks like a bed of lettuce in a basket. The bed of lettuce is right there. If Atris left the oven on, that oven's on until the end of time. I mean, there's at least one dude. There's at least one game. I think it's Myst 4. Where Atris's wife is just like, yeah, he'll be down in about an hour. He has to reset all of his locks again. So they knew. They knew. That's that one, and I push this.
The tile didn't move at all.
Fuck me. Alright, what have I misread? Oh, I got the yellow border, and it's supposed to not be that, isn't it? Yeah, it's a green border. There's a green border there. Says why their kids turned out evil. It kind of is. Like, Atris's parenting is extremely questionable. But to be fair, he had one of the worst fathers in recorded history. He had like a Gendo Ikari level father. So the fact that he attempted to care at all is like a fucking miracle. Great dads of fiction. Yeah, that's a green background. I think it's this one. Sometimes it takes a generation or two to break the cycle.
The tile didn't move.
Yisha mostly turned out okay. Oh, no, now this has popped out. Hold on, I gotta pop this one back in, too. Yeah, that means I need the hot dog again. Hot dog up top, flour below. I'd say Yisha mostly turned out okay. Yisha's a fucking hippie. But that's fine. She's trying anyway. If you all are wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, someday I will play the Myst series. I promise. And some of this will make sense. Is the wheel screaming? Maybe when we turn it. I'll check on that. Okay, now we need the half flower with the fucking dingus down there. I don't know what those are. Where are the dingus located on my wheel? Right here, I think. You mean that brown noise? Yeah, I think that's the wheel here. It's just making like grindy stone, creaky noises. We push this. We need... Spins it like she's on The Price is Right. Yeah? Kinda? I think we need this one. Sounded like... That's not a Wilhelm, but good try. We need the little green dots. That's over there. And what's the other part of it? Little green dots and the basket with green fringe. Which is really going to be a long turn no matter which way we go, so we'll just go this way. Alright, okay. I think this solves the puzzle. That was some busy work, wasn't it?
The tile didn't move at all.
Oh wait, I didn't push the button. There we go.
Et voilà! Georges once told me that there's an act to finding secret doors. I think I'm beginning to get the hang of it.
Alright, we're gonna save here. In this... No, we're not. We're gonna save here. And we're gonna reload the incomplete puzzle. And I'm gonna look up where that, Broken Sword 2 Final Puzzle Easter egg. See exactly where it is. One moment, and, okay, it is right up here somewhere, I believe. In this area. I think you have to click it without, I think you have to click it without actually... maybe not? Alright, I'm gonna check again on, Oh, the arrow points to where it is in the remastered version. Okay, in the remastered version, it's over here. So you click this.
A wiggle. Et voilà!
And it works. Doing it that way is kind of dumb, but I don't think they expected anybody to ever find the secret pixel to click on.
So I thought, this is it, you know? This is true love. Anyway, I have to leave for a few weeks, and when I come back, what do I find? Damn right. And with who? Labano, that creep.
Huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
George, you're killing the poor boy.
Oh, heck. Looks like another dead-end titty, Poco. Any ideas? I was hoping for something a little more constructive. Never mind, I'll have a look around.
You're still carrying an open can of maple syrup, George. Well, let's, light me.
Look, I need to light this torch. Can you do something clever with a couple of sticks, or flint and tinder, or... or a cheesy novelty cigarette lighter, as it turned out. There was a picture of somebody holding a torch and another guy with a lever. The lever was real. Well, there was nothing else to do around here, so I pulled the lever. Nothing's happened. Oh, I hate that. Don't you hate that? Tito Poco? Oh my...
Whoops. I kind of hate how you can see the sprites, like, realigning themselves as we fade
I had
out.
no idea where
but-
I was, no idea where the others had got to, and time was running out to stop Karzak. Still, I wasn't dead yet, so it wasn't all bad news.
Oh. Ah, we can light that torch over
On the
there.
wall.
George is in his regular clothes again. He, changed back, I guess, when he left tourist land. Okay.
There was an unused torch up on the wall. The torch could stay there until I really needed it.
Alright, what's through here?
Every time I think this place can't get any spookier, it does.
I feel a sudden urge to save the game.
How rapoosh. The carving reminded me of Lane for some reason.
I don't remember who
Nothing I
Lane
could do
is.
to the carving, even if I'd wanted to, which I didn't. Another one of those stone levers.
Okay, that closes a door. Probably not what I wanted to do. What does this one do? Closes both doors.
There was nothing I could do to the carving.
Okay, so what does this one do now? Opens that door. Alright.
Charming.
Lever. Statue.
Lovely. Looks like my school gym teacher. It was an enormous stone doorway.
I assume one of these opens it.
Another huge stone doorway. A stone slab.
Okay. We do not have to do anything with that. What does this one do? Okay. Like the sound of the door. It sounds very nice. It sounds very grindy. And now we're back in the original room with,
Another doorway led...
I think this door is open now. So what does this one do?
A stone slab that must have weighed tons sealed the door.
Okay, so we're slowly... I'm slowly getting the idea of which doors get sealed off when you pull which doodads and bebops and... Like, if I pull this, that door closes. This door will close if we pull the other one. You can see the other door opening out there as this one closes.
It was an enormous...
Now, the thing I don't know is what we're doing here. Why we're doing this. Closes both of those. Yeah, I have no idea why we're doing this. No idea at all, but I feel like we have to get either all the doors open or all the doors closed, and I don't know which one. I'm pulling this, opens that door in there. I feel like we need to... It sounds like a printer. Kind of. Hold on. No? I don't know, maybe I can cover this shit in maple syrup. Yeah, it sounds like the paper coming down sometimes. Alright, that closes that door off. This opens this door. Now this opens both of these doors. Okay, so if both of them are open, I can go in here.
Yes, finally. I'm out of here.
Oh, that opened another door! That's great! I totally knew that's what I was fucking trying to do.
Once more into the unknown.
George descends into another fucking lever. George?
Cool. Onwards and downwards, Mr. Stobart.
Okay. Descend further. I always thought these mystical rituals were supposed to happen at the top of the pyramid, but I guess we're headed for the room where it's sealed.
Pyramid's central chamber. Its dark heart. Once before in my life, I'd stood in front of a door and thought, this is it. If I go through there, I'm going to die. I'd been wrong then. I hoped I was wrong now. This was the door that led to the central chamber and the smoking mirror.
George, how many of those stones do you have? Ouch! I don't think that's shaped right. This is going great for everybody. Okay, so I have some thoughts. A, it would have been really nice to be able to play any of that. B, I now definitely feel like they ran out of time. C, is it me or was that basically the ending of Popful Mail? D, wow, you locked a lich in a box and that's the end. Well, he can't get out until the next, like, solar eclipse. And that's a long time. Our Zet would be disappointed for just trapping him again. That would definitely be disappointed by just trapping the, Tezcatlipoca again. But yeah, I definitely feel like they ran out of time or budget. Happened a month or two ago. Yeah, well, background layout's Neil Breen. I wonder if it's that Neil Breen. Anyway, I'm still feeling fairly lively. Does anybody just want to continue on to Broken Sword 3? For like a half hour to an hour or so, I don't know, for a little while. Because I'm up for that if other folks are. Break more swords? Alright. I don't think we really need the... Oh. Okay. Well, sure. No, I don't need to hit continue. Alright. I guess let's transition over to Broken Sword 3. Now, I will be playing the... oh, hello, Car. I will be playing the PlayStation 2 version of the game because I tried really hard to get the PC version up and running well, and it wouldn't. So, we'll be playing the PS2 version of the game, which will take me a couple of moments to get up and captured, I think. So, just hold a moment here. From everything I've researched, there's no particular difference. Like, I don't think there's any kind of, weird fuckery that I have to worry about. Let me see. Broken Sword, the Sleeping Dragon. And capture... Not that window. Capture... this. It's sized a little bit wrong. Hold on. While oh. I can cut this part off the bottom. And... yeah, that'll do. I'll get us properly resized later. So let's just make sure that this actually works. You looked up various folks in the MistWiki, and it turns out the MistWiki is written in the tone of all this shit actually happened, but then these events are fictional. Yeah. There's a fun thing about that. The game Uru was, when it was live on GameTap, it was presented as, like, the actual events behind the game of Riven. Or the actual events that were taking place. just off screen or whatever. Alright, I've turned on subtitles. Man, that bit of space is bugging me. Is there nothing I can do with this? It will live? Yeah, Trials of Mana. Can I... Man... I really can't do much with the screen sizing here that isn't fucking up. Oh well, this is fine. Let's check out Broken Sword. I hope there's subtitles on the intro. Ah, load screens. This is the downside of the PlayStation 2 version. Okay. Aha. Please tell me that little black bar is where you're putting the subtitles.
Preceptor.
My lord.
Good.
It has begun. The power is already building. Are you ready for your task?
We shall not fail you, my lord.
The price of failure is Armageddon. God go with you.
So we've got Templars again. And hey, there's an actual broken sword. Alright, I didn't think there would be one in there.
Girlfriend, George?
Nah, not really.
Well, what does that mean?
Oh, there was a girl in Paris, but it didn't work out.
Way to go, mate. I've heard about those French babes. I think she'd be interested in a good-looking Aussie bushman, eh?
Only if it helped her career.
But they have
Weather
such
like
chemistry.
this, the old crate flies herself.
How about weather like that?
Lucky we got two. Just another couple of seconds and we'll be laughing. You better strap yourself in, George.
Meanwhile, as Paris wakes to yet another clear, hot day, in the south, the bizarre weather continues. Marseille, 20 days of rain. Bordeaux, 30. And across the world, from Beijing to New York, there are reports of earth...
Pictured me 15 years ago.
Who is it?
Vernon Blier? It's Nico Collard.
Whoa, Nico, what the hell happened to your voice? They changed actors again.
You said it was urgent?
We don't have much time. The power sources are building to a peak. It's all in the manuscript. Look, I decoded it. No one's ever done that. They paid me serious money. But the Earth, we're all in danger. Now they want to kill me because I know too much.
there's some sprite flicker on the polygons, but sprite flicker on the whatever.
Somehow we'd landed in the jungle, and I was alive. Then I smelled smoke. I was gonna have to get out, and fast.
So you may have noticed some differences. For one, we're in 3D. For two, we have a very console command setup. If you look down at the bottom corner of the screen, you can see, look is now bound to this button on my controller.
With the seatbelt fastened, I wasn't going anywhere.
And operate is now bound to this button on my controller.
I unfastened the seatbelt carefully.
And George just walks around with the control stick. It's like this in the PC version too. There is no pointing or clicking.
An unopened bottle of beer was lying on the floor of the plane.
I am going to adjust the sound just a little bit. Nudge the music down a couple. Everything else is fine.
You never know when a beer's gonna come in handy.
I said I would nudge the music down a couple, please. Oh, it is. God. Little more then. There we go.
We were balanced on top of the cliff. In a situation like this, smoke was a bad thing. There was no way of opening the window.
Alright. And what's over here?
A buckle and strap held the crate tightly to a metal frame. The buckle was quick release. I soon had the crate freed up.
So one thing that I know about Broken Sword is that if you have trouble with the game, you should probably find a crate to push. Because that is what the game is. There's going to be a lot of crate pushing in this game, I'm told. Anyway, let's get this weight to the back of the plane so we can investigate the front.
It was Harry Gilligan, the pilot, out cold.
He certainly is a Harry Gilligan.
Searching Harry turned up a handy bottle opener. Harry! Harry, wake up! Slapping him wasn't gonna work.
I'll do it some more anyway. Do I have like a next hotspot, but... Oh. I could teabag Harry. Okay, this is run. I don't know if I have a next hotspot button.
Harry's fire extinguisher was in worse shape than Harry.
Alright, let's... go out the window. No? I think we can pick this up and smash the window with it.
Strong enough to push it out.
Yeah, there's a broken window here. How do I select... Ah, I used the right stick. Okay.
Here goes. Yes!
Well done, George. You broke a window. Congratulations, you've vandalized a burning plane.
Now there was enough room to climb out. Whoa! Maybe not. I was going to need more weight at the back of the plane. But what?
What indeed? Where is my inventory? Okay. George's notepad. I assume this is combine. And then we use the beer. Yeah.
Oh, cheers, mate. Oh, came to a while back. Thought I'd grab 40 winks.
Oh, I don't get much chance in my line.
What were you doing flying us into that storm? You nearly got us killed.
Oh, calm down, will you? The storm came from nowhere. Oh, I've never seen anything like it. Weird.
So how far is it to the landing strip?
Well, not far. We were right on top of it when the storm hit.
Okay.
You okay, Harry?
Sure, mate.
Bottle of beer, plane tilts, Harry's plane.
The plane's completely trashed.
Ah, no big deal.
How can you be so calm about it?
I won it in a card game.
Terrific.
Got a free tank of fuel, too, which was lucky.
Why?
Well, we wouldn't have got here without it.
I borrowed your bottle opener.
No sweat.
Do you drink this stuff all the time?
Tastes like angel sweat.
That doesn't sound positive.
Harry, we need more ballast at the back of the plane.
Okay, George, if you think it'll help.
Okay. Now loading. Yeah, the load times are going to be a problem, I guess. They're not the kind of problem that we can surmount, though, so...
Harry, just don't move!
You bet.
No, not yet! Harry, stay there!
Why?
Whoa!
Okay. Well, we're dead. Nah, pan up, we're fine.
Phew, that was close.
Oh, I don't know. Could have been worse.
Yeah?
I might still have been in it.
Trying to cheer me up, Harry?
Ah, you know, you're not bad for a Yank.
That makes me feel a whole lot better.
We make a great team. Oh, I could help you out. Here, with your work. Be your driver. Sort out the locals.
What was the alternative plan? I assumed that the alternative plan was for George to come out the front, then go around the back and maybe, like, sit on the back tail of the plane while Harry climbs out or something. Anyway, welcome to the other part of the game, which is platforming. Broken Sword is a platformer now.
Harry, like I told you, I'm only here to meet someone, then I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, maybe I know the fella.
I doubt it. Guy called Cholmondeley.
Never heard of him.
Exactly.
What's he do?
He's a scientist.
Well, what kind of a scientist?
He lives in the jungle, says he's built a machine that can create limitless energy. I'm a patent lawyer. He wants me to write the patent. Make us all rich, okay? Capiche?
Oh, I see. A mad scientist. Quit messing around, mate.
Guess next time I'll avoid the scenic route.
Yeah, well, when you've had your bit of fun, I'll see you to fun.
That skipped. Okay, that's concerning, actually. I can climb down, but there's no reason to. The game YouTube proves itself. Oh no! Well, if it keeps doing it, I may have to look into ways to get the PC version running anyway. I don't really need a game that poops itself. I don't think I can jump through the waterfall. But yeah, long before Uncharted got there, Broken Sword was first. Oh, and also Tomb Raider, but, you know. What do you do, George? I'm a patent lawyer. Really? 'Cause you look like fucking Lara Croft. Don't you know this is what patent lawyers do? But what do you do, George? I'm a patent. This cliff must look like a hamster wheel or something from the... What do you do, George? I'm a patent idiot.
For the last time, where is he?
I don't know. I don't know. For God's sake, I've told you everything I know.
For which I am deeply grateful. Nevertheless, it was always my intention to kill you. Goodbye, Mr. Cholmondeley.
How many times? It's not Cholmondeley, it's...
Okay, well, so much for our contact.
It was a Sunday morning. I was 3 months behind on the rent, and my editor had given me another bum assignment, an interview with some hacker about the end of the world. Where had it all gone wrong? Was I never going to get that lucky break? What had happened to my glittering career in journalism? And then, everything changed. It was quiet, but that didn't mean the place was empty.
Okay, wait a minute. That's not the voice that we heard from Nico last time. So, my guess is fake Nico? Alright, I'm making a save just in case, because I don't know how dangerous this is.
The door was securely locked. I needed to find another way if I was going to get into that apartment.
Oh, shit.
There were no messages on the pad. A pencil hung beside it on a piece of string.
Steal the pencil.
I could hear the TV. Perhaps someone was in. No answer. Either they couldn't hear, or they didn't want to hear.
They don't want to hear. No one wants to hear when Nico comes knocking. Okay, hello, okay. Up and over. Now just up. And over.
Through the grime, I could see a shape that looked a lot like a body. The window was securely locked.
Do you have pics? A pencil, a press card.
Damn! The gap was just too tight to get the card in.
Alright, up and over the railing.
I knew that climbing balconies was crazy, but the story had me hooked and I wasn't about to let it go.
Okay. She's got some of her... Yeah, she does.
There was a gap, but the latch meant it was still closed.
Yeah, okay.
It's true. A press card can get you in anywhere. Just one little wiggle between the window and the lock, and the latch lifted. Here goes.
The loading screens are gonna be the real pain here, I think. I'm already sick of them. 3D, she kind of looks like April Ryan, a little bit.
Whoever did the dusting here never got round to the TV.
Okay.
The wardrobe was stuffed with unwashed clothes. Disgusting.
Here on the wall is the box art from Broken Sword 1 European version. Look! Real-time lighting effects! The PlayStation can produce mind-boggling effects.
Cold Singapore noodle with tea bag. Gross. I couldn't hear anything.
Okay.
The guy was dead, all right. The picture was a pleasant touch. Another Steve Jobs original.
Just makes you miss Krill. I don't blame you.
I couldn't hear anything. If the killer was still around, he wasn't in there.
Alright, I'm curious. What? What is under question? I can't fit between the couch and the chair, so that's irritating. Another Steve Jobs, because it's a picture of an apple. Alright, what's in... Loading. Oh my god, okay, the loading's...
Get away from those doors. Over here. Where I can see you.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I've been waiting a long time for the chance to do this.
So, we've met before?
Oh, yes.
Really? You obviously didn't make an impression the first time.
You won't be so clever when I've killed you. Time's up!
What?
Get away from those doors.
Okay,
Where I can see you.
Okay, we can pause?
Okay. Whatever you say.
I've been waiting
Can I do something during the cutscene?
To do this.
So, we've met before?
Oh, yes.
Really? You obviously didn't make an impression the first time.
You won't be so clever when I've killed you.
Oh, yes, okay. There's like a QTE that pops up.
You're not going to stop us this time.
I never forget a face. So why had I forgotten hers?
Ow! Oof! Damn!
Come back, you salope!
All that in her gun wasn't... Maybe, like, we knocked the bullet out when we hit her in the face with the fridge? Maybe it jammed? I don't know. Oh, it fired as she fell. Okay, so she was out of bullets.
Where did she disappear to?
I guess we should follow? Slut bitch. Okay. You bitch slut! Generally revolvers don't jam, that's the advantage to them. That's weird because whenever I see a gun jam in fiction, it's usually a revolver. Alright. Let's check out the inside of the apartment first. And then we'll go after her.
I was lucky the pan had deflected one of those bullets. The fridge door had just saved my life. The number of the phone was 0123748019. There was a light flashing.
Do I need to know
A message
that?
had been left on the answer machine.
Hold on. I don't know if I need to know that. Oh well, let's...
Maybe there was a clue on the answer machine.
You have 3 new messages.
Vernon, darling, it's Maman here. I'm at my wit's end. I've given your trousers 3 washes at 100 degrees, and that stain still won't come out. It's more like cement than mayonnaise. Anyway, the ironing's done. Oh, I hate these machines. Au revoir, à dimanche.
This is Nicole Collard here from La Liberté. Just to say I'll be round at 8 as promised. Goodbye.
Vernon, it's Beatrice. Good luck with the reporter. I'll be waiting for you in the gardens afterwards. Love you, Snooky.
Snooky?
In the gardens afterward. Okay. That's something to check out. Yeah, it's just that every time I see a jam in fiction, it is a revolver. Which is the weirdest damn thing, given what you guys have said, but...
Someone had thrown away a bank statement.
Oh shit, get that.
Someone had thrown away a bank statement.
You think somebody's thrown away a bank statement? What is this?
According to the bank statement, Vernon Blier was pretty short of money. Maybe that's why he'd planned on selling his story.
It's a movie thing,
I
yeah.
had no reason to do that.
Like gunshots making it fly through windows. The cool way. What's this?
The rug was cheap and nasty.
Everybody's a fucking critic.
I pulled back the rug. One of the floorboards was loose. The floorboard lifted up easily. In the space below, there was a small safe.
Wait. The telephone number.
Maybe the phone number matched the combination. But that wasn't the case.
No, okay. Maybe the bank statement.
The combination could be the same as the number on the statement, but that slim hope vanished as soon as I keyed in the numbers. Damn!
Okay, we gotta find some numbers in here.
I couldn't hear anything.
Oh good, the bathroom!
The wash basin was surprisingly clean. I'd always dreamed there were men out there capable of cleaning the toilet, but he wasn't one of them. Some things I just didn't need to examine.
Why are there 2 toilets? And is that a bra hanging from the shower thing? Bidet. Oh, a bidet. I've never actually seen one. I've never actually seen a bidet in person. Alright, this is back in the bedroom. I don't think there's anything in here. Let's check the body. We didn't before. Oh, right, we can... I forgot we can stealth. Untitled Nico game.
This was one serious binder collection. The computer had been wrecked. Someone had removed the hard drive in a hurry. The computer was badly damaged.
Damn. You see, a dumbass thief will just take the monitor because they think that's where the computer is. Somebody who actually knows to take the hard drive. We're dealing with a professional.
Something shiny caught my eye.
You've got shiny object syndrome.
It was a shell casing from the gun the killer used. I held on to it. I needed any clue I could find.
Alright.
The front door of the apartment led back out to the hallway.
No, I don't need to do that.
Who needs ornaments when you've got a TV? He must have been dead before he hit the ground, which ruled out CPR, thank God. I didn't fancy going mouth to mouth with that acne and those teeth.
Writers.
I knew
Thanks,
I had
guys.
to search the body. It was still warm. All I could find was his business card. Vernon Blier, software consultant. This was the crazy geek I'd been due to meet, all right. Maybe he wasn't so crazy after all.
Picking up a couple of things from George, are you, Nico? Let's say I believe any of your crazy bullshit.
It was the card I'd found on the dead guy. His phone number was 01...
Okay, we found the phone number again.
748019.
I don't see anything useful.
I could have hit buttons at random, but getting the combination that way would have taken weeks.
Okay, maybe his girlfriend knows the combination. Let's go check in the gardens. Oh, we're coming up on 2.5 hours. Well, a little more, I think. At least the loading screens give me a minute to stop and take a drink and all. Honestly, I'm kind of enjoying the transition to 3D here. Like, I don't hate this so far.
It was a typical trash can. When in doubt, search the trash. But there was nothing of interest.
There's what looks like a flute.
There had to be a clue around here somewhere. But not in there. It was just an old sheet of newspaper. But you never know what might come in handy. It was the front sheet of an old newspaper. The paper had more stories about strange weather around the world.
I can climb this wall? Why? To get to the other side, of course.
There was a dark wig lying on the ground.
Oh.
What have we here?
Our killer is
It
not
was a
naturally
wig,
Nico
an
colored.
expensive one too. But more important, it was an exact copy of my own style.
You can't handle my style. No, you can't. I say you can't handle my style. Okay, why is there loading? I can't ask this question. Don't know what that is. I guess we're, Nico, honey, you want to take the door?
The gate was locked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
The kid's clothes yelled skateboarder. In case we didn't get the message, he was carrying a skateboard. Hi.
Well, hi there, beautiful. You are looking for something?
I might be.
You have come to the right place.
Right place, right guy, huh?
That's how it looks to me, too.
Were you around a little earlier?
Oh, I've been around a while.
Oh, that's good. I'm a reporter and I need to ask you a few questions. Do you happen to know a guy called Vernon?
The coder?
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool. Hangs out in the park with his girlfriend.
Where's the park?
Just down there, where Twitcher hangs about.
About Vernon.
Yeah?
I'm a
I'm
Twitcher.
afraid he's been killed. Shot.
Oh man, that's too bad. Still, a neighborhood like this, only the brave survive, huh?
Okay, you had a great reaction there, pal.
Have you seen a shell casing before?
Sure.
It's from a real gun.
Big deal.
It was a big deal. For somebody.
Okay.
Take a look at this wig.
Yeah, nice, but not really my style.
It belonged to the woman who killed Vernon.
Woman, huh? It's a cruel city out there.
The woman with the wig came this way. Did you see her?
No, I was practicing.
I wouldn't have thought you needed a practice.
Hey, even world champions have to train.
Wow.
You could try Twitcher.
Who's he?
She. The traffic warden. Doesn't miss a thing.
Okay. We'll show him our press card for formality.
Hey, you should get yourself a new photographer, honey.
Oh, do you think so?
Drop by my studio sometime.
So where's your posse?
What?
Big guy like you? Gotta have a posse, surely.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got two.
Wow.
Imagine.
How about you? You got a posse?
Oh yeah, but I like to keep it secret.
Gotcha.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Okay, find the traffic warden. What's this? Brasserie. Brasserie. I don't know what a brasserie is. Wait.
I couldn't hear anything moving on the other side of the door.
What is it?
Nothing special about this door.
Can you open it?
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
Okay.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked. A brassiere. Brasserie. One of these things. It's got a Frenchman in a beret with an accordion. I assume it's a nightclub. I really hope that I'm not gonna get run over.
Leaving the area.
Head back to Nico. No.
But decided to remain here.
Type of French restaurant which serves meals and other dishes. Serves dishes and other meals. I'm sorry. Okay, there's the skateboarder. Oh god. It keeps reversing the controls on me every time I change scenes. So this is very funny.
I considered leaving the area.
Alright. Supposedly there's a garden. This is why survival horror started with tank controls. It is. And I guess the garden... oh, here we go. There's a traffic warden. And there's the garden that, with his girlfriend. There's that sweeping orchestral Don Bluthian Broken Sword music. I'm glad we still got that.
Beatrice was sitting in the gardens waiting for her boyfriend. One good thing about being a goth, you don't have to dress up to be in mourning. Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
Are you Beatrice?
How do you know my name?
I'm Nicole Collard.
Vernon is going to meet you.
That's right.
He was supposed to come here afterwards. Where is he?
I'm sorry. Vernon is... he won't be coming.
What's happened?
Did you see a woman run past a little earlier?
No. What's happened to Vernon?
I thought about showing her the shell casing, but decided it might be a little tactless.
I'm fucking tactless as hell, let's go!
Talking to a goth about death felt like being in a vampire movie. Beatrice, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
It's Vernon, isn't it?
He's dead.
What?
I'm sorry.
No! You're lying! I don't believe you!
That went well. I guess we'll just very slowly go after her. Oh no, she went off through a locked gate. Oh well, so much for getting any information out of her. But Broken Sword has never been the kind of game where you can soft lock yourself, and I don't know why they would start now. Alright, are you the traffic warden?
The woman was a traffic warden.
Yes.
Maybe she'd seen something. Bonjour.
Yes?
I wonder if you can help me.
I doubt it. And anyway, I'm on duty.
It's pretty quiet this morning.
It's Sunday. What do you expect? Bah! What does this prove? Any fool can throw together a fake ID.
True, but only a real fool would impersonate a journalist at my paper. Do you happen to know a young computer programmer called Vernon?
Does he have a car?
Not that I'm aware of.
Then it is highly unlikely that I have met him.
I'm glad that we are continuing the Broken Sword tradition of very, very helpful NPCs.
Did you see a young woman run past earlier?
No.
Are you sure? She shot at me with a pistol.
What kind of pistol?
How should I know?
Bah! Then why should I help you?
Because they didn't mean to in the original. Was it possible in the original? I never did.
Take a look at this.
Interesting. 12mm. And recently fired.
That's right. But how do you know about
firearms? Let us just say, I have not always been a traffic warden.
What else can you tell me about it?
From the head stamp, manufactured in Prague. And the gun itself? The new Magnum, if I'm not wrong.
You can tell all that from the shell?
You just have to know what to look for.
It came from the gun of the woman who tried to kill me.
This is not a Saturday night special. You are dealing, I think, with professional killers.
Can you help me?
Fire away. Ha! My little joke.
Okay.
Did you see a dark-haired woman running by here earlier?
Was she the one who fired those shots?
Yes, that's right.
Sorry, I didn't see her. I wish I had.
Go up and down the elevator too much to get back. Soft lock. Oh. It was very much, this is an actual bug as opposed to haha, you scared yourself. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see, like, we fucked up and there was a bug.
Take a look at this wig.
Very interesting. As wigs go.
I found it.
Well, aren't you the clever one?
It belonged to the killer.
So, you really are connected with the shooting.
That's right. And I need all the help I can get. Thanks for your help. Goodbye.
Okay, that didn't really get us anywhere. I am gonna save real quick. Well, no. I'm gonna go back to Nico's apartment. And then we'll save.
I considered leaving the area.
We didn't find the combination.
And decided to go back to my apartment.
But we can always come back here if we need to. I'm just gonna save in Nico's apartment for comfort's sake. This is a pretty good recreation of the original 2D scene. Including the stuff that we never saw before because it was off screen. I guess that's not really a recreation, but they really nailed the camera angle.
The statue is an ugly little thing. It would probably have been worth a fortune if it hadn't been badly worn across the shield. It had once belonged to my father. It was my most precious possession.
What, the bust? Okay.
My battered old phone had seen better days. I thought I should check my messages.
You have no new messages.
So much for my busy social life. I'd bought the TV and DVD player some time ago, but had hardly had the chance to use it. I didn't have the time to spend watching TV.
Okay, makes sense.
George had given me this picture. I never could bring myself to throw it away.
What the f... Is that Baphomet?
George had given me this picture.
What is that? I think that's a cartoon Baphomet in a dress. That is something that George would give somebody.
It was a photo of my old friend, George. I wondered what he was doing right now. Probably running a clam bake somewhere for his law firm. We had some good times together, and more than our share of dangerous ones, too.
I like that George is still drawn in, like, cartoon style.
The bathroom door was looking a little shabby.
Anybody in there? Oh, doesn't that always happen?
Hello, Nicole Collard is away from the phone. Please leave your message.
Nico, it's André. Just a quick call to let you know I'm back in town. The trip was quite a success, and I'd love to tell you about it. Au revoir.
Well, unlike so many video game protagonists, Nico canonically shits. Good to know.
I had not had the chance to read half the books on my shelves. I didn't know why I kept buying them.
Ugh, don't call me out.
I knew how to cook, but these days all I did was throw stuff into the microwave.
I said don't call me out.
I was scared to look inside for fear of what I would find.
Travis Touchdown and the artist on the upper deck. Yeah, there aren't many characters, but...
The clown's red nose was a clue that George and I once found.
You fucking kept it?!
I touched it.
Okay.
Looking after houseplants wasn't my forte.
Alright, we know that Andre Labano is back in town, and we could probably meet with him. But I think this is where we save and stop for the night. I will probably look at the footage again and see if there's anything obvious I missed. But for right now... It's nice to be in unexplored territory. I've never I played like 5 minutes of Broken Sword 3, trying to get it to work on Good Old Games. I'm glad that I'm finally actually playing the game. Proper. I think we're going to raid someone new. Well, we're going to raid somebody that I haven't raided before. Hawaik the Yinglet is streaming Slay the Spire. And I always like to drop in on my viewers unexpectedly and surprise the hell out of them. So, I think we ought to do that. We're going to raid into them. And, actually, do they have pronouns on their bio? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to raid into them. And, you know, stuff. Anyway, good night. Enjoy. Say hi.